I'm Thomas Weinheimer. I was in the Army as a combat engineer for about 22 years. I did the Mountain to Sea Trail in North Carolina last year of 2019.
Awesome. So how did you learn about war expeditions?
I learned about warrior expeditions actually several different ways. I worked as a park ranger in a national park, and I heard about it through them. And I also was right next to the Appalachian Trail, so I did a lot of hiking on the Appalachian Trail and learned about it while I was out hiking as well.
Nice. So typically we did the Mountain to Sea Trail as a straight out hiking trail, but it's designed to be, multifunctional. And when we put you guys on it last year, we attempted a hike, bike, and paddle. So for you, how was the trail?
The Mountain to Sea Trail was actually perfect. I really enjoyed it. So it was the combination between the hike. I wasn't too sure about the biking, and I was pretty comfortable with the paddling portion. But did a lot of hiking before, so Mountain to Sea Trail kind of fit right in as far as starting it off with the hiking. And so the biking was the portion that was kind of unique for me, I guess.
So I kind of already know how you got this name. I think it's very fitting. But why don't you tell me about your trail name and how you got it?
My trail name was the Professor. So the reason why I ended up getting that trail name was about 4 days into the hike. I basically stopped and named almost everything along the way and knew a lot of the history in the area and stuff about North Carolina and the trail and the woods. And so Erin, my trail buddy, my battle buddy on the Mountain to Sea Trail, she kind of turned around and said, "You're the Professor." So that was it. It stuck, and it was very fitting.
Yeah, that's the perfect name, I think, that you could have gotten out there. That's awesome. So what changes did you experience when you were out there?
The changes, besides going from hiking, biking, and then paddling, that was a lot of different muscle groups. So every time I ended up changing into a different event, it was almost like starting all over again on the trail, which was great because it gives you a change of scenery, so you're not doing like hiking the entire time. But the mental portion of it was very similar. So the changes from hiking to where you're really slowed down and enjoyed naming all the trees, to biking, which ended up being a lot more personal interaction with a lot of the people out there, dealing with a lot of the cars and stuff like that. And then into the paddling, which was similar to the hiking, but because you're out there, but obviously there's no trees, but it was all water and it was just beautiful. Same thing with some of the views while hiking.
Mentally, did you see a difference in yourself from, the day you stepped on the trail to, the day you went home?
Yes. I seen a lot of the spiritual connections and stuff like that while I was on the trail, especially with the hiking and the paddling. So, it's just the views, the experience, being there. It's totally different than, seeing it in the picture or on TV. Just having all your senses just, heightened while you're out there. And so after that, I noticed that I was a lot more relaxed. I kind of sat back and enjoyed every aspect of life. And obviously you can see where I moved to. It's enjoying the views just like it was on the trail.
What was your most memorable moment on the trail?
My most memorable moment I mean, there's so many of them, but there was one day, it was just a combination of everything. So we woke up and it was a beautiful morning, and we were next to a waterfall. So it was, a nice evening, with nice, roaring waterfall there all throughout the night. But I slipped and fell and went all the way down on the rocks like a rock slide and landed in the water. So that was kind of starting off the day. And then later that day, it ended up just pouring rain. And we found a rope swing that, so we stopped there for lunch break and did a couple swings out in the water and enjoyed that. But then we had a tremendous climb up the side of a mountain, and with pouring rain and stuff like that later on, it was the rain doesn't turn you off as far as hiking. It was actually the highlight of a lot of it. So it's the opposite of what most people would think. It was just a fun-filled day.
That's awesome. Well, great. It was great to talk to you and see you again.
Nice talking to you.
Thanks. Have a great day.
All right. You too. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.